Good morning, guys. Money, money, money. It makes the world go round. Okay, this is probably the first and last post I'm going to do on money and all ads and all that sort of stuff. But I want to put it out there. I want to put the record straight from the off. Now, if you've looked at any of my videos this morning, you'll have noticed that ads have suddenly appeared. Yeah, I was umming and ahhing about this and, questioning, do I do it? Don't I do it? Do I really want to, you know the questions. You can imagine they were going through my head. And I was sort of thinking, I'll be honest with you, we're not on big bucks. Kez is studying to be a nurse, I'm doing the house husband thing, we rely on tax credits and that sort of stuff to get us through because Kez works nights as a carer as she's going through her nursing and all that sort of stuff, and I do odd bits of consulting. But, we're not cash rich, and Christmas has sort of hit us heavy this year. Yeah, because we had a few unexpected bills along with Christmas. And with me getting into airbrushing, I've suddenly discovered as I've been watching these tutorials that there's quite a few other things I need to get more than just an airbrush and a compressor. There's quite a bit more I need to get, to be truthful. And I can't really justify taking that out of out of, the family budget. I've got plenty of models and stuff I can sell, and, you guys are watching this, and I don't know how much Google ads make. I've never done it before. Maybe I'll make £1, maybe I'll make £1 million. Somehow I doubt I'll make £1 million, and if I do, then bonus. But I'm guessing that it'll be a trickle, but every penny helps. Okay, so that's why the ads are here. And to be perfectly honest, I'm going to spend in the rest of the day putting a load of old Space Marines and old models onto onto eBay. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring up is, and you may find this a bit strange, but this is more a message to fellow producers or anyone out there who's got a hobby where money comes in and comes out. I've actually registered this as a business. Now, you may say, but, it's supposed to be a hobby. It's not a business. Well, no, it's not a business. Shh, don't tell the tax man. Shh, shh. Okay, it's not a business. Okay. But I've been self-employed and done consulting, and I've been a managing director of a limited company for 10 years, and I've been around business, so I understand it, and I've got quite a few accountant friends, etc. And the sort of air that's going through the accountancy community at the minute is that in the UK, because of the austerity measures and the deficit, and basically the government being skint, they are literally going after any undeclared income, any regular undeclared income they're looking at. Yeah, and so I'm preempting the sort of the situation where eBay passes across my, what I've actually sold on eBay and how much I've made on eBay over to the treasury at the end of the year, and they go, I suddenly hit this new magical computer limit where they go, oi, you've got a spare income, tell us about it. So I sort of preempted that. Now, as I say, I've been in business quite a while, and I'm friends with a lot of accountants, so money-wise, I'm quite shrewd, shall we say, And there's a few things that, I think it'd be useful for you other producers and you guys who are on eBay selling painted models and that sort of stuff to know. Okay, the first thing is, a business doesn't have to make thousands. Yeah, it can make £1 a year and still be a valid business. Okay, as long as it keeps going, it's a valid business. Secondly, it doesn't even have to make £1. And it can't go on, it can make a loss. I mean, there's farmers out there that declare loss year after year after year. Companies, massive companies that, Starbucks, we made a loss in the UK. Yeah, right, okay, but it's accounting, okay? And by declaring this as a business, what I get to do is anything I buy, gets deducted from anything I sell. Yeah, makes sense. Stock and money in, money out. Yeah, so theoretically, if I buy this Blood Bowl figure, okay, in fact, no, not this one, because I want to show off a different one. If I buy him, unpainted on eBay, and he cost me £5, and I sell him for a £10, which I won't sell him because I like him. And to be truthful, I'm not into selling my latest models. It's my old stuff I'm selling. But if I sell him for a £10, I've made a £5 profit, which is an undeclared income. Oh no, I'm in profit, self-assessment tax forms, which if you don't earn more than about 15,000 running a business, are basically 2 pages. Yeah, really easy. Genuinely, I mean, it takes 5 minutes. But anyway, this, what you call it. But let's say I have a massive collection of hobby stuff, which I do. And let's say I put those in. Yeah. So instead of what you call it, instead of me, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Instead of me buying this off eBay, I bought it for a fiver in the past. Yeah. And I'm just going to give it to myself, to the business. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Now the business owes me a fiver. Okay. Not the guy on eBay. So when I sell it, I'll make a fiver profit, which it owes me, which must come back to me. Now, let's say I'm not making a profit, yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to go ahead and start making shed loads of train. I do not want to get up in the morning and think, right, I've got to make 15 hills to, feed the family this week. Yeah, I don't want that from my hobby. Yeah, but I do want my hobby to pay for itself, and I want it to pay for itself in the most intelligent way possible. Let's say I give this to myself, to the business, and I sell it for a fiver. Okay, but it was worth a fiver in the start. I've lost that. So the business is down by a fiver, it's made a loss. So stuff I buy with my own money and then I put into the business, and things like this isn't a great example, but for example, I needed this to paint terrain. Okay, this was about £100. I've put £100 in out of my money into the business. The business has made a loss by £100. Okay, because it immediately owes me £100. So what does that mean? It means at the end of the year, I get a tax refund. Yeah, taxman will give it me back because I'm submitting those as a business. The business made a loss, so I'm down. So you owe me the tax back on if I earned £100 less, because I did earn £100 less. And this is how the big companies do it. This is how the farmers do it, and this is how a lot of business operate. Yeah, by massaging the money and and working it. Completely legal. Yeah, there's nothing illegal about this. Yeah, but that's the way it works. That's the way the accountancy works. And because I'm so familiar, yeah, with the self-assessment forms and dealing with accountants and the regulations, I mean, I'm never going to get anywhere near the VAT threshold, so that isn't a consideration for me. I don't even think I'm going to, just in turnover. Yeah, never mind profit, because I mean, I'm not expecting to make profit. If I make a profit, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, because all the money will be going back in to fund more purchases. Yeah, so theoretically, I will be in profit when it comes down to assets, but not cash. So hopefully, by doing this, I can build my collection of tools up, etc., and work it that way. But getting back to the original point, yeah, if you make any money from the hobby regularly, yeah, consider setting yourself up a part-time business account. The business accounts are free, it's free banking, it's all apps. Yeah, there's nothing complicated. Declaring the money at the end isn't complicated. Okay, but it makes sure you're safe, and it's a lot better than the taxman coming along and saying, well, you've got undeclared income. What other income have you got that you're undeclaring? And start looking. Yeah. Now, the other thing about declaring this as a business is things become business purchases. So my white dwarf, yeah, is a business purchase. I may have had to put money into it out of my own pocket, but it's for this business, and therefore, what you call it, that's £5.50, another in loss that gets tax refunded, or I can carry that loss forward to another year. Okay. And then should I earn tax in that year, that money will be deducted off what I've earned to figure out how much tax I should pay. Yeah, completely legit. And the other thing, let's say I go to a war game show. Let's say that it is 100 miles away. In fact, no, let's say that it's, for me, let's say it's like Oxford Way, which is about 80. Well, no, let's go for 100 miles round trip, wherever it is. Okay, I get to claim about 37p, I think it is, per mile as an expense for travelling. Yeah, so that's £37 loss travelling to that war game show. Then I've got to pay for a hotel. So that's what, travel large, 60 quid, maybe 40 if you can get a deal. That's another 40. Okay. Then I've got food. Yeah. And then theoretically going to a war games show actually equates to a loss of about £100. Yeah, which I can claim back or put against something or travel through to when. Yeah, with me, I'm not actually bringing in a massive wage. I'm not hitting the tax, which I'm only doing a little bit of consulting. So I'm not going to get any tax back because I'm not paying any. Okay, but if you've got a full-time job and you're paying tax, all you've got to do is send a form at the end of the year. Okay, and you get a rebate. Yeah, you've got to be doing this regularly and it's got to be commercial and you've got to keep accounts. Money in, money out. Okay, it's dead simple. There's plenty of videos and information on how to do your self-assessment tax return. If you're earning under, you know, I think it's 11,000, maybe 15, maybe 11, yeah, check. But you're not going to be making that sort of money from this sort of stuff, so don't worry about it. It literally is, how much did you make? How much did you spend? What's your profit? Okay, if it's a loss, what do you want? A rebate or carry it across to the next year? Tick, tick, job done. Okay, you can do it quicker than I could paint that dude. Yeah, who's cool, but isn't as cool as him. So anyway, guys, setting up businesses for YouTubers, yeah, or any hobby sort of, you know, money in, money out, selling stuff on eBay regularly, buying stuff regularly, seriously consider getting a business account. Go see an accountant. Most decent accountants, yeah, will will give you advice, an advice session for free. My advice to you is go see an accountant, get their opinion on it, then don't see that one again, because he'll be thinking you're a complete novice, yeah, and I can sell him whatever I want, and he'll believe whatever I want. If you go see one accountant first to get the information, or 2 or 3, and then go see a new accountant when you know exactly what you need to do, and then you can go to see them and say, right, this is what I need to do. Okay, good one. Ring round the accountants, find out the hourly rate. Go see the most expensive ones first, because they're normally the most knowledgeable and they'll want to prove that knowledge. Yeah, then go see the cheaper one at the end to do the actual forms and that sort of stuff. I mean, down where I live, there's various companies and they do tax returns for £25 plus VAT, which is, let's say 30 quid. Yeah, 30 quid, they'll do your tax return for you. They'll probably do it less, yeah, for if you're earning under 11k. You know, so don't worry about the paperwork. But if you are earning regular money, I really suggest you do the same as me and you save yourself hassle in the future. If on the other side, you know, I suddenly, you know, explode and I get millions of views, then and I end up making thousands of pounds a month, then it's a proper business. I like that. But somehow I don't see that happening, and I don't want to spend my time constantly making terrain. Yeah, this is about my hobby, and this is about a couple of hours between when I haven't got the kids. I mean, hell, they take a week off and I can't do anything. So come on, 6 weeks over summer. Nah, not going to rely on this, but I am going to use this smartly, and I suggest you do too. So anyway, guys, listen, the ads have appeared. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, click skip. Yeah, I haven't enabled those ones in line because they get in the way of of actually watching what I'm doing. So don't worry about those. But the ones at the start, watch a couple of seconds, skip it through, and then get to the information. Yeah, YouTubers, seriously consider talking to an accountant. If you're making money on a regular basis from YouTube, from eBay, from anything, yeah, that you're not declaring, go speak to an accountant, guys. Yeah, because the penalties can be a bitch. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that word, but yeah, for adults out there, you understand this comes with experience. Anyway, guys, you have a good day. I'm going to crack on and start taking models of Space Marines and the really small plastic skeletons from like the early Skeleton Army box. I haven't seen those in ages. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. Have a good day and I'll speak to you soon. See you soon, guys. All the best. Ta-ra.